Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Dr.
Hello.
Candace. How are
Hey,
you
how are
today?
you? I am good. I am doing good. I am doing
Good.
very good today. It feels good outside. We got great weather. I'm in a great mood. Things are going good. Things are going,
Uh,
I'm blessed and rest. I'm going to take me a melatonin tonight. I'm going to take a shower, eat my ice cream, and take a melatonin and go to bed. Oh, and watch Criminal Minds. What's going on with you?
Girl, happy Feel Good Friday. When I'm
Right
done this
on.
this evening, look, tonight I'm just gonna I have a little bit more work to do. And
Okay.
then yeah, and then that's it. Just get ready for tomorrow and I have a long day tomorrow. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so I'll be out all day till about from like 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow till about 4.
Oh.
And so I have all
Oh.
day tomorrow. So,
You
but
do.
other than that, that's about it. When I come home, I'll be I'll be chilling. I'll have my feet
Okay.
propped up and just chilling for the rest of the
Good.
day and
That's good.
everything. But other than that, that's it. That's all I
That's
got.
good.
That's
That's
all I
good.
got.
Okay. So let me ask, because we never ask each other this, and I
Yes.
think we should. How are
Well,
you mentally?
I'm mentally good.
Good.
I'm
That's
mentally
good.
good. I'm mentally
Yeah.
good.
Because see,
It's
we in
like,
a mental health minute, but we never ask each other that.
girl, I know. How are you doing Look, how are you doing mentally?
I'm good. My anxiety is controlled. I am good.
Okay.
I got it under
Okay.
control. Yeah,
Okay.
because I have internal anxiety where I look calm on the outside and my insides go like this with certain
Okay.
situations. When it's too
Mm-hmm.
much stimuli, I can't deal
Mm-hmm.
with that. I
Okay.
know people wouldn't believe it, but of course you do because you know me. We're
Mm-hmm.
sisters. You know me. I'm an
Mm-hmm.
introvert. So
Mm-hmm.
when there's too much stimuli and too much going on and too much going
Mm-hmm.
around me, my
Mm-hmm.
insides go like this, and I got it under control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, that's
mentally, I am doing great. Absolutely.
yes. Well, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's just like, when I started releasing all of the stress, mainly grad
Yeah.
school, that's when
Yes.
it's like everything just started, falling into place. And then, oh,
Hmm.
that's right. Talk. We didn't talk since Friday, but this came in the mail.
Let me see. I'm so happy.
Yes. So when that arrived,
Congratulations
yeah, that
again.
arrived
I'm
on
so happy.
Sunday. Yeah, so when that arrived, it was just like, oh, okay. Okay, I said
Good.
it's official, official.
It's
So
official.
that is everybody. That's my published dissertation. And so
So happy.
You can find me on ProQuest,
I'm
and
so happy.
mine's yeah. And so like I've been telling people, my doctorate is earned, not honored.
Huh?
I'm not honorary, baby. I'm earned it.
Right? People just
Like
don't get it. And they
they
just
don't get
don't
it.
get it. They don't get
It's
it. They don't get it. I get it. And you know what? I'm not, I'm not messing up nobody's hustle because it is
oh
some earned,
yeah.
some honored, rare doctorates out there. Okay,
Mhm,
yeah, fine. But get away from me. That's fine.
mhm,
But
mhm.
we earned it.
But my thing is, like you see, just like you see them giving them out, you see them taking them back too.
Right? Absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
don't want to be in that place. See,
Yeah, I
when
don't
you
either.
earn it,
That's right.
you
Yeah.
don't give nobody the opportunity
Can't
to take it back from you.
Can't take it back. Girl, people be going to
Can't
jail
take
with
it
doctor
back
at their name. So even when you go to jail, they still call you doctor. Be like,
because
hey,
they
hey,
can't
doctor,
take it
such and
back.
such in jail.
Because they can't take it back. They
Can't
cannot
take
take
it
it
back.
back.
Can
They
never
can
take
take
away
back
my
anything
education.
you want, but you can't take back that
Absolutely.
education. Once you gain that education,
Absolutely.
that's it. That is yours forever. You take that to the
That's right.
grave.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
so
So that is a beautiful thing, and that was well said.
hmm
And we earned it. And I'm
yep,
proud of it. And I'm so proud of you. Yeah, so I'm
yep,
proud of us. That's right.
yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's a small few,
Yeah. Yeah.
in the earned pile. I'm gonna say the earned pile is a small few
Mm-hmm.
of us in the earned pile because we know it's
Mm-hmm.
like 50% in the honorary pile.
I know.
But it's an earned few
Exactly.
in that pile, and it's is a joy and a pleasure to be a part of that pile.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it cost us a lot. It did. And I'm not
Hmm.
talking about in money, late
Hmm.
nights, our mental health, our physical
Mental
health.
health.
Because I know
Hmm.
I was snacking and eating and staying up and everything,
Hmm.
because it's a lot that comes
It's
with
a whole
that.
lot. Anxiety,
Exactly.
depression,
Yeah. Right. I know. We writing
everything.
about anxiety and depression, but sitting up here with anxiety and depression.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
It come along with it. It comes
Yeah.
along with it. So it's
And late
just it's
nights and
it's
sacrifice
a lot
friends
of
and
sacrifice.
families, relationships. It's
Mhm.
hard for, I'm speaking on the woman's point of view. I can't speak for the men, but I'm pretty sure it's hard for them as well. But it is
Right.
hard to be in a
Hmm.
relationship and trying
Hmm.
and going to grad school. It's
Hmm.
hard.
It is very hard.
It
Very,
is.
very hard.
And
Hmm.
raising children and trying to work.
Hmm. Work,
Oh my God.
work
So it's a
what?
lot. Absolutely.
Hmm.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah, but that's all right. We're here and we're good. We are
Yeah.
doing great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are doing amazing. All right. So we want to go right on into our next topic. Duh, duh, duh.
Yes. Unless, hey, we doing the tea retire. You got some tea today?
You know what? I'm like, do I have any tea today? Like I said, we've been watching the same tea all for the past week to 2 weeks.
I know. I know. I know. It's
So
it's up to you.
it's like, what do we, But I guess we could have a conversation about some of the about the tea because it's,
It's
it
fair.
can be it's a lot and it definitely falls into our topic. So we're
Okay.
gonna take a short break and go into the tea with tea, everybody. All right, everybody. So Tyra with the tea today. Let me tell y'all, this week in I guess in current events and hot topics, it was so many trending stories that was going on. We look at the entertainment situation with the entertainment industry, what's going on with Diddy, that was the highlight of the entire week,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like when you look at that, that situation is ridiculous. Um, how do you allow yourself to why would you want to put yourself in harm's way and do some shenanigans like this is far beyond my scope. But my thing is power is a terrible thing. When you want to
It
have
is.
power and control and all of it's like at what cost? You know what I mean? Because now it's like you thinking to yourself at what cost? And I was listening to, I'm trying to think who it was. I want to say it was Charlemagne earlier today said, well, he got a lot of time to think by himself
Right.
because they
Absolutely.
sure ain't let his ass come home,
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
know?
Exactly. And you made a comment. You said power is something else. It really is. However, power bring out, I think, the real you, because you got
Mm.
some people that have power and are in
Right.
control of certain
Mhm.
things, and they do no harm.
Right. Right.
They do no harm. They
Right.
help. They're good
Yes.
people. They do what is necessary and they show
Mhm.
up. And then you got
Right.
some that don't know
Mhm.
how to control the power.
Right.
They
Right.
allow the power to control them. And in this case, do you think that is what happened?
I'm gonna say I I don't know because my thing
Okay.
is you could have been in control of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
You was with nice ladies, you
Mm-hmm.
know, but you went the extra mile.
Mm-hmm.
And if you was questioning your sexuality and everything, and you wanted to do what you do, don't drag anybody else into your drama and into your mess.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And don't be physically abusive with your nonsense. You know, like
I
I'm
agree.
thinking, and it's just like, and when I'm listening, sitting up there, and I'm listening to the nonsense with the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and I remember, back last year there was a shortage in baby oil, and and they was calling, everybody was like, well, where the hell is it? Like, trying to, and it was like we
Yeah.
seen a lot of jokes being made about it, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like, that's weird because it was weird, but then. old boy come out and they like he had 1,000 bottles of that, and then he had what is it, some Cambodian breast milk
Oh wow. See,
was
I
found
think
in
for
his
me too,
basement.
I haven't followed up. I don't know what he is going down for. I
So
don't know
my
why he's
yeah,
incarcerated. I don't know.
but you
I
know
just
what?
know
But
that
it's
he is there, but I haven't followed up.
yeah, it's a 14-page document online that you can read
Okay.
all the charges, everything that's going on. But it's
Okay.
just the things that he had, because they was like this freak off kit was ridiculous, and it was just like, whoa, what are you doing? They found
Mhm.
what damn near close to 800 dildos in his house.
Mhm.
Who has this? That doesn't sell sex toys. Why would
Well,
you
I
have
will say
this
this.
in your home?
I will say this, and y'all know I got to play devil's advocate to the audience and to
800
my.
and it's close to
I
800
know,
Candace.
I
Close to
know,
800.
I know. But this is me. This is I got to
It
play
ain't
devil's
800 days
advocate.
in a year, Candace. It's not
I
800 days in a
know,
year.
I know. But who goes to jail for being freaky?
Freaky.
So yeah. So if he's hurting people, yes. If
Yeah.
he has did
Hmm.
harm to people and what has happened
Hmm.
transpired between him and
Hmm.
Cassie, absolutely, he deserves to be incarcerated. But for baby oil and dildos and stuff, who kind of go to jail for that? I mean,
So I
but if
think
you're hurting
the bottom
people,
line is the
yeah.
the sex trafficking is
Okay. See,
a
I
big
haven't been
piece. The sex
watching and looking up,
trafficking,
so I
yeah,
don't
the sex
know.
trafficking
Okay.
is the biggest piece
Okay.
that's he's being, really incarcerated for.
Got it.
Um
Okay. Now
and
that's bad.
and threatening people,
That's
doing
bad.
making phone calls, calling people,
Okay.
saying things. And so if he didn't make, because one person, like, I'm like, these people are following you, right? And you knew they've been
Hmm.
following you for months. Why the hell are you calling people? You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Okay.
And they said he had called somebody and he called them like 56, 54 times or something crazy.
Oh
Nigga,
wow.
really? We not doing 54 times. We not doing this. And so he did this 54-time thing. And that was like recent. So why would they let you out of jail?
Oh my God. See, I see
You know,
that. See, I didn't
like
know anything about
it's
that. I
like
am
a
so
lot of
sorry
little.
that these people going
Yeah,
through that.
no, but it's like a lot of
Mm-mm.
little things, that not little things, because it's big things that he did that you could have probably been home had you not called people. Leave people alone. This is what got you into this. Doing the most,
Absolutely.
being the most,
And
and doing the
hurting
most.
people. Yeah,
Hmm.
and hurting people. If he just would have kept
Yeah.
it to his own sexuality and had
Hmm.
his partners and being kind, but
Yeah.
your own sexual thing with you in your bedroom is your business. But
It's
now
your
that you
business.
are hurting people, that's a
Hmm.
different side. So
That's
I
where
get it
that's where it
now.
all. This is where it's all
Absolutely.
going. Because he's hurting people now.
Absolutely.
Like, now everybody is talking. Everybody has a voice and want to say something. And I'm sitting up here like, did y'all ever hear the word called an accomplice?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all running your mouth. What makes you think you're not an accomplice? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, let's, like, be smart, be wise
Mm-hmm.
when making having these conversations,
Mm-hmm.
and like, what's the name? Who was it? 50 Cent was talking about. He was talking about when he said, well, when old boy started suing the liquor company, he said you
Mm-hmm.
can't come after them people. And he was at Earn Your Leisure, and he broke it down in such a
Oh.
way that we could actually understand. I was like, okay. I said when 50 Cent broke it down how it works. And he's like, yeah, he said, you're an employee pretty much is what I'm just trying to sum up what he was saying, but it was like you work for them, you get money, you don't own it. You just using your likeness and your brand basically for it. And as soon as you go to the top because you see something ain't right, you should have knew it wasn't right, before then. That's why everybody
Absolutely.
started branching out and not representing these other brands and started developing their own, so
Okay.
that they have
Makes
their
sense.
own rights, their own everything. you know,
Okay.
and but he was breaking it down in a way where it was like, okay, so it was just like, case in point, like the situation with Bill Cosby. Like everybody said, nothing started with him until he went to go buy NBC.
Got it. Understood
See what I'm
now.
saying? So when you
Okay.
go to the top and you trying to do that, that's when they like, okay, so you messing with me, I'm gonna mess with you.
Oh, okay.
Not saying none of this wasn't gonna come out anyway, because people
It
been
always
talking
does.
people been
Mm-hmm.
talking for years, and one thing I have always learned, karma comes back on you. You
It
do
did
dirty
right.
and you do people wrong, karma
Mm-hmm.
can come on you in ways that you don't know how. You
Exactly.
know,
And it can even skip you and go to your kids.
you know what? I said that last night when I was on the podcast last night. I said the same exact thing. It don't
Mm-hmm.
have to come to you. It can
It's
come to
true.
look, your kids, your grandkids. Like you
Watch what
have
you
to
do.
be mindful
Absolutely.
of what you do. And it might not come
Absolutely.
back in the form of the way you gave it to the person. It come
Exactly.
back differently. It comes back
Mm-hmm.
differently. I
Mm-hmm.
watched Shine, the guy,
I did see that.
his press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I was like, when he started talking about forgiveness. And
Yeah.
that man, you gonna forgive, but you can't forget. And then they gonna ask him, well, did you know about the free calls? How the hell was he supposed to know when he was locked up?
When he and
He was in jail. How was he supposed to know what's going on
I
when he
know,
locked
like,
up?
sir,
And then wait a
he
minute, and then
ruined
as
my
soon
life, sir. I was
right.
incarcerated, sir. Like,
And the thing is,
yeah.
and as soon as he was released, what did they do? Deported him
Mm-hmm.
back to his country.
Mm-hmm.
And he said,
And he's
all I
doing
wanted to do
well.
was make my mother, all I want to do is make my mother proud.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
you
Yeah. And
know,
he's doing well.
he's doing
He
very
is.
well. And it's
And
like
he
when you
speaks
look at
so
that,
eloquently.
yes,
Such a
yes,
nice man. Seems like such
he
a nice
handled them
man.
people. Yeah, he handled them people really good yesterday. Those
He
reporters,
did. Yes, absolutely.
he handled them
Absolutely. I'm proud
well,
of him.
But it was just like
Yeah.
you just when he talked about forgiveness, that just what I mean. I know that man had a lot of depressed. That how does something like this happen to you and you don't be depressed?
Absolutely. How?
You know how? And it's like, and it's not just him, it's other people I'm sure
There's
that's
so
out
many
there that have
victims.
the same story, so many victims, and it's just like, oh my gosh, and it's like as you keep hearing story after story after story after story, it's like, whoo, oh my goodness, Jules, you said the word right there. Hello, Jules. Hi, D.
Hello,
Jules said
Jules and Dee.
she
And
said karma does not expire
it doesn't, huh?
and it don't have a time limit.
It doesn't. It doesn't. That's why I said I
It
ain't doing
does.
nothing to nobody. Everybody leave me alone.
That's
Mm-mm.
what I
You're
said.
right.
But what I will do is say this. I send my prayers, my thoughts and prayers of comfort
Absolutely.
for those children,
Yes. Wait a
because
minute. What kids? Oh,
his
his children.
kids, because they don't, they
Okay.
don't, they
Okay.
don't deserve
Okay.
this.
They
Half
don't.
those kids don't
They
have a
don't.
mama, and
That's
now
true.
you don't have a father,
Oh yeah. So my heart and
and
our
so
prayers go to them. You're
my
absolutely
heart,
right.
yeah, my
Now
heart and prayers
before
go to them.
now before we move on from this Diddy situation, he did
Mhm.
not do anything to any children, correct?
I don't know. I
No
don't, to
allegations
my
with children.
knowledge, to
Okay,
my
I'm like,
knowledge, I
oh
don't know.
Lord
I'm
Jesus.
thinking
Okay.
to my knowledge, I don't know, but
Okay.
but if the individual was 16 years old,
Okay.
but if
Understood.
it's anybody that should surface up that might have been 16 or, what I mean,
Mhm.
or 17, you know,
Got it.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't speak on that.
Ooh,
I
I
don't
hope
know.
not.
But
Okay.
I hope and pray not. I mean, the people that was affected by this was enough,
Right?
you
It
know.
was. It is. It's
But
enough.
that was a, yeah, and that definitely leads into our topic. But the other crazy story that I had that I could not stop laughing at, you was like, I know you lying,
What
was
happened?
the little 8-year-old girl.
Yes. I couldn't believe that.
So
Yes.
I don't know if y'all all watched the news this
I couldn't
week, but it
believe
was a
it.
little 8-year-old girl that decided she got herself up out the bed and she got in the family minivan and drove herself over to the Target. took $400 out the house with her. Wait a minute. And took
This
herself to
baby,
Target and got herself a shopping cart and went shopping.
this baby. What is going on? Okay, you talking about grown.
Girl,
I first of all, first. I don't know. See, I'm a mom. I'm a mom of four. So this just get me. And I've never experienced any of this before. These kids are built different. Ain't no way
yeah.
in hell one of my folk kids. Girl, my folk kids grown. And they can't go and my person grab not nan key. I know you
But,
are.
but
First of
somebody,
all,
you know,
will they sleep?
I'm thinking they must have was because they looked at the neighbors. The neighbor had a video camera outside, and it picked up the little girl getting in the van and doing her thing, driving off. And she drove 25 minutes because the damn Target was 25 minutes away,
Oh my God. I know how to get there. So I will say this in her
and all she
defense.
hit was a mailbox,
What I know, right? So I will
one
say this
mailbox.
in her defense. She
Mhm.
better grow up to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, or entrepreneur because she has
Mhm.
to. So I know the parents are upset and everybody upset,
Mhm.
like, oh my God, but okay, let's channel that energy and that
Mhm.
intellect into something good because that baby
Right.
know how to take care of herself.
She,
That
and the
baby,
thing is, and it
y'all
just
got to
makes you
use that.
wonder. And the thing is, it makes you wonder what's going on in that house if that baby is
I
taking care of
know.
herself.
I
Why
know.
is she taking care of herself?
And what she get at Target? Because if that child went there and bought toilet paper,
Toys.
bread, milk, and eggs, okay,
Hmm.
I know you lying.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say toys. Look, I'm gonna say
okay.
toys
I
because
want
I
to know
think
what was in the
about
basket.
my little cousins. That's what they're infatuated with, toys.
I'm
They gotta
shocked.
have toys. And I'm just like, and I can't see my little Vera going to, I can't see her getting behind the wheel trying to drive a
Okay.
big wheel, let alone drive a car.
Oh, I'm so glad that baby was okay though, and only hit a
I do.
mailbox.
All she hit was a mailbox. She told the police when they came for her, I hit a mailbox.
Oh, just a baby. And I did see on the news there's no charges. There will be no
Good.
charges. So that's a good thing.
Hmm.
What the kids today are so smart, you really got to watch them.
Watch
You
them like
do, D.
hawks. Yeah.
However, with that child's intellect and that
Hmm.
know-how and her skill
Hmm.
set, I am hoping the
Hmm.
parents are
Hmm.
intelligent enough and wise enough to channel that for good.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that baby's smart. I'm seeing doctor,
Hmm.
lawyer, engineer running heads of states or something. Because at 8 years old, you doing this. Imagine what she could do at 18. Imagine what this child doing at 12. This is what I'm saying.
Girl.
So
Girl.
I'm like, so channel that for good. So I know she
Right.
gonna need a talking to, but on the other
Hmm.
side of that coin, oh, we gonna turn this into something. What else can you do that we don't know about? Because she's smart. That's all I'm saying.
Who gonna
That's
have
how I
that
was.
conversation? Who
That's
gonna
how I
have
would
that
talk to my kids.
conversation?
I'll be looking at one of my kids if they was eight. Okay, see, you're a little in trouble. I'm getting talking to about taking my car. But what else can you do? I just want to
Right.
know
Right.
because we got to turn that into something. They may have a little prodigy on their hands. What can you play
They might
piano?
have.
I mean, what else can you do?
What do you do? Are you a mathematician or a
That's what I'm
statistician?
saying.
Like who?
That's all I'm
What are you
saying.
doing? What you
That's
doing
all
with your
I'm
spare
saying.
time?
Yeah,
So
let's
yeah.
just
So.
channel that energy because you
Mhm,
don't know.
mhm.
That's probably a moneymaker they got sitting there and you don't know that.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yep.
all I'm saying.
They.
You got a little
I just.
baby genius that's gonna be on
Yeah.
the
She's
Ellen
8
show.
years
Well, not the
old.
Ellen, something type of show. The little baby genius. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, but hey, Ellen got a stand up dropping next week. Did you see it?
Oh,
Netflix.
really? Okay,
Yeah.
so check that
They said
out.
this is her first time in 9 years, I think it is. So, and it's coming on It's
Absolutely.
coming on Netflix. So this is going to be real interesting. Like what I saw, because they did a couple snippets of it. It was
I want to
funny.
see it. I
She was
want to see
funny.
it.
So it's like she
Okay.
saved up. She saved up for this one.
Right? She sure did because she got a lot
She
to talk
saved
about.
up for the. Oh my
Yes,
gosh, don't she?
Jules, you're right.
So.
Yep. And Jules,
Mhm.
you're right. She has a
Yep.
lot of capabilities. Absolutely.
A lot of
Yes.
capabilities, a
Hello,
lot of great
everyone.
things.
Hey,
Hey everybody,
Krista.
and hey everybody on Instagram. Hey Drika.
Hello.
Hey Dose of Sharan. How are y'all? Hey everybody.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So,
Okay.
all right, we're gonna go ahead into our topic.
Let's
So
get into it. Let's get it.
our
Let's
title
go.
of our podcast tonight is called Breaking Down Depression. Understanding the stigma and solutions. Woo.
Yes.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. So go ahead, sis. What we doing? I'm
Uh,
ready. So break down the
so,
depression.
all right. So, number one, we're going to talk about what is depression.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
depression is a complex mental health condition caused by a combination of various factors, right?
Yes.
And Dr. Candace, you can help
Mm-hmm.
me if I stumble or if I'm wrong. So the factors that we actually have six factors that can
Yes.
influence depression. We have biological factors,
Mm-hmm.
psychological factors,
Mm-hmm.
environmental factors, medical
Mm-hmm.
conditions, personality traits, and social and cultural influences that can
Mm-hmm.
cause depression.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Mhm.
also, I'm going to add to that, even though
Okay.
biological is the first, but I'm going to
Right.
add also food, wellness, food. Food is the
Ooh.
number one drug. Food is greater than cocaine, honey. And it causes depression, emotional
Mhm,
eating. And when you're depressed
mhm,
and when you just
mhm.
go to food, and food is your best friend and enemy, you know, food
Mm.
as well. And see, that's not on here. So
Yep.
absolutely. Food is the
Yep.
number one drug. People be looking
It
at some
is.
other people doing other things, but food is the number one. So I would like to add food to that one as
Yep.
well. Our
So where
nutrition.
I said is yeah. Yep. So where I said is six factors is actually seven factors, right? And you know
Mm-hmm.
what else? When I think about when you said food and wellness, right? Food can be an addiction.
It is. It's the number one.
Addiction.
It's number one. Absolutely.
Wellness can be an addiction too because we got people
Absolutely.
that be going to the gym that we like to call them gym rats that
Mm-hmm.
go super hard
Mm-hmm.
and they become addicted to going to the gym all the time, which can be what big problem.
Yes, absolutely. Because your body needs time. And that's another topic. We're going to do that, but I'm just going to put my little
Hmm.
spin on it. Your body needs time to rest in your muscles
Hmm.
because it's
Right.
have that muscle memory and you building it up, but it needs time
Hmm.
to rest because then it gets
Hmm.
too much protein in there and it starts to
Hmm.
break down. And then
Hmm.
a lot of things can happen with the keratin in your body and
Right.
your urine would turn a certain color and now it's starting to affect your kidneys. It's a whole
Hmm.
topic. We'll get into that on
Mm.
another topic. Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's deep.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So, Dr. Candace, when you
So,
look at yeah, go ahead.
so like Dr. Tyra stated, with the seven compounds of how
Mhm,
depression can occur and how what
mhm,
different compounds and components that it affect, there are also under each one of those, how it affect. Like for
mhm.
instance, biological factors. Dr. T, what you have? How does it affect us biologically?
Genetics. If there is a
Mm-hmm.
family history of depression, that can increase the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Basically suggesting there might be a genetic component. Brain chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Imbalances in the neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. Play a
Yes.
significant role in mood regulations.
Mm-hmm.
Changes in these chemicals can cause depression. Hormonal challenges, right? When we
Mm-hmm.
have changes in our hormones, those things shift, such as pregnancy, postpartum, thyroid issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Menopause. These can trigger depression.
Absolutely.
I'll be transparent. I have goiterism, right? And I actually
Mm-hmm.
have half a goiter left in my system. What side is going? My right side is going, I still have my left. And when I tell you all of that is real, you do feel you do experience like different things like depression, anxiety. I was high in both of them until I got the half removed. I was fortunate enough that my body was still making enough, enough the making
Mm-hmm.
enough that I didn't have to take any kind of medications or anything. And so with that, it's being able to, know your body, especially when things,
Absolutely.
is going on hormonally. So,
Absolutely.
yep.
Absolutely. That's
Yep.
good,
What you got,
especially with
Dr.
the
Candace?
hormones. For the
Hmm.
genetics, I want to talk about for the genetics because Dr. T is absolutely right for the
Hmm.
biological factors. But let me just give y'all a little spin on how it can be genetically. It can skip
Hmm.
over
Hmm.
to different generations. However, if there are two or more, or if you have parents, you have a mom
Mhm.
and dad, and both battle or
Mhm.
suffer. Let's say suffer for
Mhm.
the case of this with depression. Then and they have a set of three children, one
Mhm.
or all three, but mostly one
Mhm.
will battle with depression as well. So you
Mhm.
can get it genetically. However, I'm on the fence with that. Y'all know
Mhm.
me, got to play devil's advocate because I believe in
Mhm.
biohacking. I am
Mhm.
a firm believer. Y'all know I'm holistic and I'm natural. Y'all know that just because our parents have it, and especially in our community, especially with African American families, when they say, oh, my mom and my grandmother both had diabetes, it don't mean you have to get it because it can be a
Mhm.
lifestyle change, such as
Right.
biohacking, where you do not have to get it. So, yes, genetics play a role.
Mhm.
However, it does not, it's not a guarantee that it has to. That's what I want to say
Mhm.
about that. And with brain chemistry, she exactly right. Dr. T was right with the
Mhm.
neurotransmitters because they look like this. Neurotransmitters in the brain look like these
Mhm.
locks, and they're all
Mhm.
connected. And what
Mhm.
happens is one will become disconnected or loose. Okay, say you have four. Just y'all just follow me. I'm going somewhere. These are the neurotransmitters. One will fall down and or disconnect or come or loosen, and that can shift how we behave, and it can shift with our all those feel good endorphins or the serotonin, the dopamine, all of our endorphins, and we start to
Mhm.
feel a certain way, and we can go into depression. Our serotonin levels will drop, and now we're feeling off. So that's what happens when we talk about brain chemistry, okay? So that's what that looked like. I just want to sum it up with that. Now, on the psychological factors, Dr. T, how do you feel about that? What do you think bring that on? Let's break it down for them with depression on psychological factors.
Now you know what the number one with that is. Stress and trauma.
Absolutely.
Experiences like abuse, neglect, death of a loved one, chronic stress can lead to depression. One area that we don't talk about, stress at work, that can lead to depression. Stress in your
Absolutely.
family can lead to depression. That is the number one psychological factor. The second is negative thought patterns. People prone to, people are more prone to pessimistic thinking than you can imagine, right? Low
Hmm.
self-esteem or being overtly self-critical may be more vulnerable to depression.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Absolutely.
so like I always try to tell people, lose the stinking thinking,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Because we have that
Absolutely.
stinking thinking, we have to start working on losing the stinking thinking, keeping ourselves in a positive mindset so that we don't fall into a rut. Because it's easy to do,
Exactly.
very easy.
Exactly.
What psychological
Exactly.
factors do you have, Dr. Candace?
I totally agree with Dr. T. Y'all know I do. We sisters and we always in sync. But I'm going to add this component, financial. Let me tell you something.
Mm.
Come on, y'all listen. Y'all listen.
Hmm.
Financial. Everything can be going okay in your life, but when you ain't got no damn money, oh, that hit. And you like, I'm depressed. And people be like, but you got your health, but you got this. And you like, but my money ain't long. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay this bill. And it brings on depression, you know. So
Hmm.
yes, yes, trauma and stress. But what brings on that
Hmm.
trauma and stress? And trauma and stress for me and for the people that I see and a lot of my patients,
Hmm.
a lot of it be financial. A
Hmm.
lot of it be
Hmm.
financial. Even at work, you could be sitting at your job and still have financial issues. And
Hmm.
you like, now why the
Hmm.
hell I'm sitting here at the job with financial issues? I just got my check. You could just get your check and still have financial issues because it was grown before you got it. So it's so
Hmm.
financial. I can't leave that one out. So that you're
Right.
absolutely right. Those negative
Hmm.
thoughts, the trauma, the stress, and we gotta add financial. Absolutely.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
environmental. How you feel about environmental? So what we doing for the people that just coming in,
Hmm.
we are talking about depression and we are breaking it down on what it looked like and
Hmm.
the different components and how it is and how it shows up in your life. And then we're going to get into some symptoms. We're going to get into some things that you can do to shift that. So with environmental, Dr. T,
Hmm.
what that looks like for some people.
Envir- Environmental looks like life events. When we look at some
Hmm.
of the events like a loss of a job, divorce, financial difficulties. or
Mm-hmm.
moving to a new place. Sometimes when we move to new places, that can trigger depressive symptoms, right? And
Yes.
moving can trigger it because let's say you had enough money to move into the house or move into the new space, but you might not have enough money to fill the stuff. So again, here we are, when we look at factors that cause depression, you know, financial stress, lack of support. Finance comes up under psychological, environmental. It can come up under medical. It can come under personality, social. It can come up under so many different areas, if we
Absolutely.
don't keep it contained and keep each
Absolutely.
area, each wheelhouse when it comes to these factors of depression, try to keep them, keep it, how can I put it? Keep it at a level where it doesn't get out of too far out of control, right?
Mm-hmm.
By not letting the finance influence all of our factors. I know
Absolutely.
it's hard to do, but it happens. Now, the environmental factors in regards to lack of support include social isolation,
Mm-hmm.
not being close to others, not having those supportive relationships, and not having supportive relationships makes it harder for you to cope with life set challenges. And it also increases depression. It's nothing like feeling alone, being in a
Mm-hmm.
room with a whole room full of people and
Mm-hmm.
still feeling alone. And
Yeah.
that happens where people don't feel supported.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Absolutely. It is.
Yeah. What
Absolutely.
do you
That's
have for
why
that, Dr. Candace?
you are totally right, Dr. T. That's why we have conversations like this and we have platforms
Hmm.
like this because you're not
Hmm.
alone. We want all y'all to
Hmm.
know that we are here with you and rocking with you, and we're glad that
Hmm.
y'all are here. What I wanted to add to that, you're absolutely right about everything you said, but I want to
Hmm.
add clutter because that's environment.
Ooh.
You can be
Mhm,
in an environment, like Dr. T said,
mhm,
you can get the house or whatever the space you want, but you can't even decorate it. You can't even fill it up. You can't do anything.
mhm,
However, let's add in clutter because you you could be in an environment
mhm,
and have peace.
mhm,
And it could not be a pleasant environment and you still have peace.
mhm,
It's many men and women that are incarcerated. And guess what? They're at peace. Some of them are
mhm,
at peace.
mhm,
However, when you are in your environment and it's clutter
mhm,
everywhere,
mhm,
that can cause depression. I tell every woman,
mhm,
clean your purse at least once a week. Get them long
mhm,
ass CVS receipts out your purse and them Ross receipts and them big. Stop, Dr. T. Clean your purse. Clean your car. Clean your purse. Get all them napkins out your purse. That candy that fell at the bottom, them peppermints. Just clean your purse. Clean your purse, your car, wash your clothes. Get them clothes off the couch and fold them. Just declutter. I believe in decluttering because when you declutter, you can see you have some clarity. It brings on peace in your personal space.
mhm,
So that's part of your
mhm,
environment. So just because you can't change your whole entire environment, my advice to
mhm,
everyone: you're able to change some of it. You're able to change your
mhm,
space. So
mhm,
declutter your
mhm,
space. That goes with environment. And another one I have for that,
mhm,
yeah, that's it. That's it for environment. Now let's go down to medical conditions. What it looks
mhm.
like with depression and medical conditions. How can we decipher that? What that look like?
So depression with medical conditions, of course, the number one area is chronic. Is chronic illnesses such as diabetes, heart disease, or cancer. Um, any of those definitely, can increase depression, especially combined with physical pain and disability. That
Mm-hmm.
increases the levels of depression a person can have. Substance abuse, people
Mm-hmm.
always look for a coping skill, right? And alcohol or drug misuse can contribute to that, it worsening depression. Because the thing is, one thing we know about, people who use drugs, what happens is they get that their very first time they start using, they get this, this high, this euphoria that they've never been on before, right? And they
Mm-hmm.
constantly keep going back because they still look for that same experience, but it's never coming
Absolutely.
back. That's is not coming back
Absolutely.
again. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how people get addicted to drugs and with the excessive use, and that's where we have the substance abuse and addiction. And I think that's why so many levels is, why so many people are experiencing now, because we've been through so many different times, with the, public pause that we had for 3 to 4 years, and, and then
Mm-hmm.
coming out of it, and what's next, finances, family, we
Mm-hmm.
had deaths at a rate that nobody ever seen them before. So of course substance abuse became high, especially during the public pause.
Mm-hmm. And that's a
So it's
very
like, what do you do with it?
unhealthy coping mechanism that
Yes.
people go to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
unhealthy. And tonight we're going to talk about some healthy coping skills that people
Mm-hmm.
can incorporate in their life. But that's
Mm-hmm.
the easiest. It seems like it's the go to, it's the easy, it's the most familiar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. My take on that as well is not, you're right, chronic illness, medications, and self sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes with the drug
Mm.
abuse. Self
Mm-hmm.
sabotage. And self
Yes.
sabotage is not
Mm-hmm.
just for substance abuse, self
Mm-hmm.
sabotage is not applying self care. It's
Right.
not taking care of yourself. Is
Mm-hmm.
not setting boundaries. It's self
Mm-hmm.
sabotage. Look a lot like things that you're not doing for yourself. That is self
Mm-hmm.
sabotage. That is
Mm-hmm.
so. I absolutely agree with you. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. So that is some of the things. And oh, nutrition was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Nutrition.
Nutrition was the last
Yes.
one. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So with nutrition is
Mm-hmm.
certain things that we eat can bring on depression. Like my
Mm-hmm.
body, for instance, I'm going to use me as an example. I can't do
Mm-hmm.
sugar. Sugar
Okay.
makes me feel a certain way, okay?
Okay.
And sometimes salt, but mostly sugar. So
Mm-hmm.
certain things that you put in your body may not agree with. And that can make you feel a certain way, make you feel
Mm-hmm.
sluggish, make you feel fatigued, make you feel
Mm-hmm.
irritable. Certain
Mm-hmm.
things, certain
Mm-hmm.
artificial things that they have out there that we shouldn't eat. And sometimes we do
Mm-hmm.
because they're good, but they're not good for us that we will eat and make us
Mm-hmm.
feel a certain way. So everybody pay
Mm-hmm.
attention to your body and watch what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
Not telling you what to eat,
Mm-hmm.
but kind of watch what you eat because your body may not agree with it. Just because you were
Right.
eating certain things when you were younger, when we
Mm-hmm.
become a certain age and a certain stage in our life, that no longer agree with our
Right.
system. And it can bring on
Mm-hmm.
depression. So you got to
Right.
watch what you eat, okay? So nutrition goes hand in
Mm-hmm.
hand with that, and different supplements
Right.
and different things that you put into your body.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what is next, Dr. Tyra? What signs and symptoms and
Oh,
different symptoms?
yeah. You know what? We missed one area that I definitely want to address
Behavior.
with the
Which area did
factors,
you?
which was
There we
social
go.
and cultural. And with the
Yes.
social media use, that is like the number one cause of
Yes.
depression, right? One of the
Yes.
number ones when it comes to social influences, right? Constant traits, constant exposure to unrealistic
Mm-hmm.
comparisons and
Mm-hmm.
social pressures online can lead to feelings of inadequacy and contribute to depression, especially in younger people.
Absolutely.
We see this all the time on, and we can't blame one platform, because there's so many platforms that is, that no, I'm gonna say it like this. We can't blame the platforms.
I
We
agree.
can't we blame the people that's utilizing it, right?
Yes.
Everything has a limit, and is being
Mm-hmm.
able to know your time limit and being able to, schedule yourself on a time. We could sit here and go all day talking about kids need to be, you know um be monitored, this, that, and- hell, if you ask me, the adults need to be monitored.
They do.
they be on they be on here more, they be on social media more than they be working.
I know. Yeah, absolutely. You are right. I had one lady that she resigned from her job because she wanted to spend 8 hours or 18 hours on Facebook. This was years ago,
Doing
before
what?
the pandemic.
What is she
Before the
selling
pandemic.
something?
No, not at all. Not content creation or nothing. Absolutely not.
What was she doing?
Yeah, addicted to social media. That is a real thing. We're going to do a talk on that.
I know it's a
Addicted
real
to.
thing. Yeah,
Mm
I know cyber addiction is real, but it's like, I'm like, it's nothing on, like, I
hmm.
guess
Nothing.
for me, it's nothing on Facebook or anywhere that I would want to be on there all day.
Exactly. However, I will say this. I'm going to piggyback off of Dr. Tyra when we're talking about isolation and loneliness and social and
Hmm.
being on the internet. I think it comes from a lack of self connection. So they're able to connect
Mm.
to the outside world
Hmm.
behind the screen
Okay.
because the self
Hmm.
worth and the self esteem and the confidence is not there. Because what you do on social media, you won't do face to face. You're keyboard
That
queen and
part.
king, but in face
Keyboard
to face, you
gangsters.
couldn't say hello. You can't say hello face to face, but you can say hello and how
Hmm.
you doing on the
Hmm.
social media. So it's
Hmm.
that disconnect with self
Right.
because people that are connected to self and know who they are and comfortable and confident, they give the same
Hmm.
energy on and off the screen. So
Right.
so on and off the screen look different for some people, and that's
Right.
where the isolation come in. That's my opinion. What
Hmm.
y'all think? Yeah, how y'all feel about that? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Put it in the
absolutely.
comments what y'all think. But
Yeah, we'd
I
love to.
agree with what you're
Yeah,
saying. That's you're 100% right with that.
yeah.
You
I
know, I
would,
mean,
Dr. Tyra and I would love to know how are you on and off the screen? Are you the same? Because I'm the same on and off the
mhm.
screen. I'm an
But the
introvert
thing
on here
is,
and off here.
I'm gonna tell you. But the thing is, some people don't know how they are when they get off.
Yeah, that's deep.
You know, some people don't know
Okay,
what they how they are when they get off because
I
they
get
could be
that.
on social media and they could be an extrovert on social media and an introvert off of social media.
I get that. That was deep. I get that. Okay,
You
I
know,
do. I get that. Yeah, you're
you know,
absolutely
but
right. Some
we
people
know
just
it's a
don't
lot of
know.
oh they don't know. They be figuring it out as they go along.
Oh, Lord, that's a hard way to live. I'm so glad I'm out my figure out era. I don't figure out nothing. I either know or I don't know. Leave me alone. I gave that up. I don't figure out nothing. We ain't doing that. Let me go get some help. It's either I know or I don't know. In the middle, it's called let me go get some help. I don't figure nothing out. We ain't doing that. Yeah, so
That
let's
is
move
so
down,
funny.
Dr. T.
Yeah,
Girl,
let's
we're
talk
going to do a
about
talk
this.
on that.
We talk about the signs now.
Yes, signs and symptoms, everybody. So y'all come on in and we would love to hear comments. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. Now we on the signs and symptoms of depression or what it look like.
Mhm.
So, Dr. T, what it look like? Or you want me to
So
take it?
signs, loss of interest,
Oh, yes. Yes.
loss of interest, anxiety and restlessness, which we talked about already.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty concentrating and making decisions. You
Mm-hmm.
know, just being plain flat out negative.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sleep pattern changes. You know, we
Oh,
do
yeah.
have changes in sleep pattern, physical aches and pains, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because that happens as well. Being socially withdrawn and isolating yourself,
Absolutely.
neglecting your
Absolutely.
responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say also neglecting your personal hygiene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All
I
right,
say
you
all the
take it
time
from
when
there, Dr. Candace. What else you got?
yes. And what Dr. T, what she did, everyone, she broke it down, and a lot of them are. She broke down from emotional, then she went to physical, and she went to behavioral. Because what depression
Mhm,
does, everyone, it affects you in different areas. Because
mhm,
it can affect you emotionally.
mhm,
However, physically, you still able to go to the gym. You still able to make your bed, get out of bed, go to
mhm,
work, but
mhm,
emotionally you are tapped out. So with emotional, Dr. T gave it to you. Sadness, loss of interest, feeling hopelessness and worthlessness and guilty
mhm,
and irritable and frustration. And you have a
mhm,
hard time making decisions. That is emotional. So again, you can have all of these or none of these. So that's the emotional part. The physical part, she broke it down. Fatigue, lack of energy. You can't do anything. Your sleep pattern off. Either you're sleeping too much or you have insomnia. Okay. Loss of appetite. You can overeat or you have lost your appetite. So you're either overeating, and that is the physical component of it. And unexplained problems and headaches and
Mhm.
migraines and back pain, and your speech pattern is off. That's physical as well. Then we go into behavior. Behavioral is withdrawal from social activities and relationships. Okay, self sabotage, self harm, suicidal thoughts. Okay, neglect of personal responsibilities and personal hygiene, where the bed is your best friend and the shower is the enemy, and that is behavioral things. Okay, so those are three components where we see a lot with our patients where depression comes in. You don't you it won't it doesn't have to hit all three at the same time. When it does, that you're coming to us at the 11th hour. So we are saying, myself and Dr. T is saying to everyone, if you are experiencing any of these things with behavior symptoms, emotional symptoms, physical symptoms, get help now, not at the 11th hour, because you don't want all of them to come on you at once. So that's why we're having conversations like this. So what you think, Dr. T? Well, how you feel about that?
I totally agree. I totally
Yeah.
agree. These are the signs and the symptoms. One symptom I think we didn't talk about was the crying spells.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
people do experience crying spells, excuse me, and the feelings of
Absolutely.
feeling empty and numb, and that's
Absolutely.
something that, and these feelings is real. We can't
Mm-hmm.
make it up. We can't make it up. And some of the things that we talked about, some of the symptoms that we mentioned, they may be more because, again, these are just symptoms that we see that happen. But we know everybody handles depression differently. Okay.
Absolutely.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
something we say, okay, but one thing I will say is just know your body and know when you are in that place.
Exactly, exactly. And what I'm going to add to that, Dr. Tyra is absolutely correct about
Mhm,
crying spells. And I'm going to add numb. That's the other side of the coin. You can
mhm,
have these crying spells where you're just crying and it's like a dark cloud is just coming over you and everything can be okay. Remember, we
mhm,
talked about it in the beginning of the segment
mhm,
when we talked about biological and genetics and
mhm,
different things. And we talk
mhm,
about hormonal and brain chemistry, where everything is going fine in your life
mhm,
and you just feeling dark, feeling lonely. It's like a dark cloud. You just have this sadness over you. That could be maybe something in the brain chemistry or
mhm,
hormonal. Okay.
mhm,
And then there's the other side of that coin is numbness, where you just feel numb, where you are emotionless. Okay. Where you like, where that used to bother me or would have bothered me back then, now I'm numb. I'm numb to everything. That is also a sign and could be
mhm,
a sign of depression as well. So I want to say
mhm.
that as well. Absolutely. Now, before we go, we're going to go read some of the comments, but I would like to ask Dr. Tyra, and I would like to give too. What have you, on a personal level, battled with depression? Have you ever?
Oh yeah, of course. I would be crazy to not say that I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like,
And
mhm,
and how did you
how I
handle it? Like,
how I handled it was, I would always like I would I'm a thinker, so I'm
mm-hmm,
always thinking, and so when I got too severely depressed, I did seek help. And I
mm-hmm,
went and got myself a therapist to talk about the things that I was going through, to help
mm-hmm,
me navigate through how I can get myself better,
mm-hmm,
from those feelings, of feelings of hopelessness and feelings of sadness, and then the excessive tearfulness, because I had a lot of tearful moments when I was, experiencing depression to that level. But it was being able to, give myself some compassion, allowing myself to be
mm-hmm.
kind to myself, and know
Good.
that this was going to change, not allowing myself to be feeling, guilty, feeling, because when you get depressed, you feel all your feelings is all over the place, you know but I was allowing myself to, I allowed myself that moment just to, have those feelings. But then After I got myself together, it was time to say, okay, you know what? Nope, we not doing this. Now it's go
Yeah.
time. And
Good.
that's when I tell myself it's go time, that's when I get that motivation to start doing everything that I need to do so that I can start
Good.
making myself more productive to get myself out of that slump, but then I also
Mm-hmm.
have a supportive family, that is
Good.
there for me when things do get rough, people that I could talk to that are non-judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like when you go through things like this, it's like knowing who to call, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to know who's actually in your corner, who to call and who not to call. You don't want somebody that's
Absolutely.
going to be like, oh, no, not you again. You don't want that. You want to be able to talk to somebody that's going to listen,
Mm-hmm.
right? And sometimes you can listen without talking.
Yes.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And that can be a total help to a person.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Candace, how do you handle it?
So for me, and I'm gonna put out how what happened many, many years ago. I did battle with depression, and it will come a certain time of the month, many years ago. And my cause, like we went over all the seven causes, mine was psychological and environmental. And
Hmm.
what I did, I'm a trauma
Hmm.
survivor, so I got me some help. I'm a therapist with a therapist and proud of it.
Hmm.
So with talk therapy, with a lifestyle change of
Hmm.
how I take care of me and setting boundaries, applying
Hmm.
self care, a lot of
Hmm.
prayer and yoga. Oh, I love that. And environment and creating a beautiful space in my life for me. That is how I handle it. So my causes were psychological and environmental. And what I did is the things that I just told, just that I just announced that I did. And do
Hmm.
I have depression now? No, I don't. So we want to tell you, everyone that's viewing today, it is a treatable condition. It really is. It is not a death sentence because,
Right.
like Dr. Tyra stated, that she has battled with it as well, such as
Mhm.
myself, and we are fine today. And yes, we have ups and downs. We're human. If you live in this world, you're gonna have some ups and downs. But
That's right.
I am very proud to say, I no longer battle with depression. I still battle with
Mhm.
BS and stress, but that's okay. We human. But I no longer battle with depression. And I
Mhm.
understand it. It made me a better therapist. It made me a better wife, a better mother, a better human. It did because I understand. And
Right.
again, it made me a better therapist. So I look at my patients like, I don't just hear you, I see you. I am
Mhm.
you. I get it.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So I was able to get out. Yeah, I'm happy.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So we're going to read some of these comments. What did D say?
Yeah. So D said her 92-year-old aunt does yoga every day and tries to talk her into doing it.
I love it. I love it. I
Try it,
live by
D.
it. It saved my life.
Mhm.
D, you got to jump on a Zoom with me and we're going to do yoga together, D. And Sharon
And
said, I
Jules.
tried, I'm tired of figuring it out, but I asked for help. Yep,
Hmm.
ask for help.
Okay. Okay. And D said, right, like I quit drinking in 2013 and so happy I did. Sometimes I
There
do
you
miss
go.
it. Hmm.
And I get it.
I
I get it.
understand.
I get it. It was a comfort. And of course, we're going to miss that comfort. I get it. It was something, but she's happy. And it was good for her. And what else did he say?
Okay. She says,
Oh,
I know
D.
I'm. Did he come home yet, D? She said her son is out on his boat and not home yet. And she just shaking
Well,
her
we're going to
head.
pray.
So yeah,
Well,
pray
we're
he
going to
come
pray
back
that he make it
soon.
home. He's going to
Yep.
make it home. He
And
going to be home, D.
yeah,
We positive.
yeah,
He's
he
going to be home.
coming.
God going to get him home. He'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Family are the first to make you feel lonely, feel alone. You
Okay.
got that right. They
Child,
are
please. You could be
child,
in a house
honey.
full of people.
And
Jules,
be sitting there like, what are
you
we
could be in the
doing? What are
house
we
with a
doing?
you could be in a house with a family full of folks and they still don't hear or
Hmm.
see you. You still feel away.
Nothing,
Absolutely. Be the first one.
nothing at all. Yeah, yeah, you right. Classic C Jim said, I am the generational breaker, breaking cycles, healer, always evolving. Okay,
I'm
that's
proud of you.
awesome.
Right on, Classic Gems.
Yeah,
That's right. And
yeah,
that's what
that's
I talk
right.
about. Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what myself and Dr. Tyra was talking about tonight. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
depression, it's genetic, just like especially with different conditions such as schizophrenia. If there
Mm-hmm.
is a parent with schizophrenia, and they have children, one of the children may have it or may skip a generation. However, you can break that cycle. Absolutely. Right
Mm-hmm.
on.
Okay. And Michelle says, what if someone is going through a tough time and needs therapy but not attend therapy?
Mm.
So I would say if a person is going through a tough time and they need therapy but they're not attending therapy, I would suggest if it's a matter of they don't have the time, or I would suggest a support group to help them through that, through that time. Because sometimes when a person is going through something, when you're going through something and you're depressed, the first thing you feel is like, I'm alone. Nobody else is experiencing this, right? But when you do a group session, group th- group group sessions, whether it's a support group or group therapy, you're in a place, a safe space where everyone is there with different issues, but y'all all share the same diagnosis, the same situation, if that makes sense. And everybody can basically learn from one another and help one another just from the stories alone,
Mhm.
especially with the right facilitator. What would you say, Dr. Candace?
I totally agree with you. And someone that's like, I totally agree with you. And if someone needs to be in therapy and a little apprehensive, and whether it be they're apprehensive or they like, I don't know if it's for me, or they don't have time, or they have fear, or whatever it may be, I totally agree.
Mhm,
Group therapy should be the first one. Group
mhm,
therapy, even if you just go in and just try it as a spectator, because
mhm,
Dr. Tyra is right. When we go through something, why do we feel like we are the only ones in the world going through it? That's because it's our problem.
mhm.
So we don't see anyone else.
Right,
So that's a natural
right.
reaction to say, I'm the only one that lost someone. I'm the only one to go through that. That is natural. However, you are
Yep.
not. And group
Mhm.
therapy, you will be in there with like minded hearts, not like
Right.
minded minds, because all of y'all think of something else. But the heart, it's going to sit the same. And y'all are all, you'll be able to have that related, kindred spirit where you can see and they see you, they get it, you relate, and you won't feel alone. So if you get nothing else out of group, you're going to get this out of group. I didn't feel alone
Mhm,
when I sat there. You didn't. Yeah, so I
mhm,
suggest start with group therapy. And I'm going to put my spin
mhm.
on it. Here I go with my plug. I have a group. I have a group
Yes.
for men and women that just started. It is called the Mental Health and Wellness Check In. It meets on Mondays. I'm having it this following Monday that's coming. Anyone that's interested, is for men and women. I have three other groups that are just for women. But this group is called the Mental Health and Wellness Check In, and it is for men and women. Anyone is interested, send myself a DM, or you can send Dr. Tyra a DM, and I'll make sure she has the link, whatever, and you just come on in. If you want to just be a spectator, that's cool. But mental health, we all got it. Mental health, everybody need it.
That,
Okay, now what did this
I
one
love
say?
that. Look, I love that. I trust the hi, trust the. I don't feel
Hi.
guilty anymore, but I work so hard on my depression. I walk 6 miles a day, and that helps a lot.
Yes,
Okay. And she said
absolutely. I'm
she is
so proud of
still in
you.
her, yep, and she's still in her group, grief share group.
Great. Absolutely. Don't leave it. Let
Hmm.
them leave you. I tell everybody that. And this is what, and I like that you say that, Trista. Thank you so much, because that's an inspiration to somebody that's watching now or may watch us
Hmm.
later. Is that
Hmm.
when people feel that they okay, they back up. Oh, I
Hmm.
don't need therapy no more.
Right.
I'm good. Girl, that's when you
Hmm.
need me and Dr. T. Stop trying to
Hmm.
come at the 11th hour. When you're feeling
Right.
good is when you should go to therapy too. Don't
Hmm.
stop. Don't stop, because that's when the
Yep.
clarity come out and you can really tap into yourself. Okay.
Hmm.
You're not there to
Yep.
be cuddled. You're not there with feeling less than. Your back,
Right.
your posture even sit different. And you're able to really get the work in. So I
Hmm.
love that. So congratulations on that.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yes. Yes. And Dee said, he's not home yet, but on the location apps looks like he's close to land now.
There
All
you go.
right. So he's
He
on
gonna
his
make it
way.
too. He's gonna make it.
And
He's
D
gonna
said,
make
when is
it.
it again? It's on Monday, correct, Dr.
It's
Candace?
yes, it's Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's on Zoom. And it's for men and women, and it's a mental health and wellness check-in. And if you're interested in the DM, I mean, if you're interested in the link and you want to join, again, hit myself
Hmm.
up, hit up Dr. Tyra. I'll make sure she get the link. There we go. And just come on in. And it's on Mondays. It's on Mondays. I'm going to do it 2 Mondays out of a month for mental health and wellness check-in. And it's a safe space. And when I say a safe
Awesome.
space, it's a safe space because I know how to get rid of folks. You will be protected.
Hmm. Oh yeah, we throw people out. We throw
Oh
people
yeah,
out
like
of
oh you got
Zoom
to
just
go.
like we throw them out of social media.
Oh,
We
well,
are
you got to
the
go.
throw out. We throw you out now. Look, we throw
Yeah,
you
we're
out
gonna
now.
keep you safe. Right? We keep you safe. You come with us.
We well, this was a
Absolutely.
good. This was good.
You,
This was good.
Absolutely. This was amazing. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Let me see, my last words for tonight is everyone take care of yourself. I know you
Mhm,
have families. I know it's some mothers on here. It's some wives. It's some girlfriends, babies,
mhm,
mamas, whatever. You got families. You got to take care of your mama. You got to take care of
mhm.
your sister. You got to take care of everybody else. No, no, no. You could do that, but take care of yourself first. Be
Right.
kind to you and take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Putting yourself first is not being selfish. And take care of your mental health. It's just as important as your physical health. Matter of fact, I think it's more important because when you get this together, the body gonna follow. Okay, that is
That's
my
right.
last word. Dr. T, what's your last word?
My last word is know that it's only one you. Do what you got to do for you. Keep
That's
yourself
right.
as calm as you can and just take every day one day at a time. Because we know things are not going to always go the way you want, but don't allow it to consume so much of your day that you find yourself in a place of despair.
That's
There
right.
is always a bright side to every dark cloud, and just allowing
Mm-hmm.
yourself, give yourself grace and be kind to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Kindness goes a long way, and that is my
Yes.
last word.
Beautifully said. You're absolutely right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so that was a mental health minute with Dr. Candace and Dr. Tyra. We want you
Yay.
all to have an awesome, awesome weekend, and we will see you all again soon. Have a great night, everybody.
Mm.